Hey, what's up, beautiful people? So, as you can read in the title, I'm going to show you how to install LSPDFR. And yes, I figured out how to solve insufficient permissions or whatever. Let's take that out of the way right away. For me, it was GeForce Experience, the in-game overlay. So if you open GeForce Experience, in-game overlay, turn that off. That's what fixed it for me. I've been trying for the last month to fix it because I did a reinstall of the game, and when I started installing everything back in, every time I tried to enter the game, insufficient permissions or whatever it says, I don't remember. So I've done that and it was working again. So I decided to give you a small tutorial on how to install it from scratch. So I have a clean install of Grand Theft Auto 5. That's what you'll need. A clean install of Grand Theft Auto 5. Run it at least once. I would probably complete the first couple of missions until you're in a free roam with Franklin, and you don't have to complete any more missions. Actually, you don't need to go and complete a mission that you're already in, like it starts the free roam. And you'll also need to install OpenIV. At least that's what I do to install other mods. I'm not gonna use OpenIV on this tutorial, but it's always good to have if you wanna install skins, new vehicles, whatever the hell you want. Realistic gun sounds, all the fun things. So let's begin. Brand new installation of Grand Theft Auto 5. You've opened it at least once. You have a saved game where Franklin is on free roam. And now we're going to LSPDFR and download the mod. Of course, it didn't go straight to the page that I want. But yeah, so we have the mod here. You just need to agree with it. And normally I just download the manual install because why not? It's so easy to install. It's just drag and drop on the GTA folder, the main folder. Not that hard. Let's just wait for this to finish downloading. You open it. You select everything. Obviously, you'll need WinRAR installed, but who doesn't? So you go find your game, where the game is installed. For me, it's on my second SSD drive. You go to the installation folder and you just push it in. When it finishes copying the files over to the folder, it is installed, and you could instantly run it right now. But I actually like to download the latest version of Rage Plugin Hook. So I go to their website and I install the latest version. Simple as that. Well, download the latest version. To install it, just need to do exactly the same thing that I did with LSPDFR. Just go to the folder. It's gonna ask you if you want to replace or skip. You obviously want to replace because these are the updated files. And there we go. It is installed. So every time you install Rage Plugin Hook, it's gonna prompt you with a lot of information. I just click accept. It's the agreements and all that, terms of use, jibber jabber. So it's gonna ask you if you want to back up the current version that you have. I always click yes, because if GTA receives an update, I just go back because I know that what I have installed works. And with a new update, there's a really big chance that it will stop working. So I just downgrade it. So yeah, at this moment, everything. I just use load all plugins on startup because I want all the plugins to store. On the game settings, command line, I just don't have anything. So let's just start. Well, save and launch. So this is important. Every time you need all these windows to open again, every time you double click Rage plugin hook, just hold shift and it will go back to that window over there. So now that everything is installed correctly, obviously I didn't have my Steam open. Now that I have everything installed correctly, it should work just fine without any hiccups whatsoever. Of course, this takes a shit ton of time. So now the way you know it worked is that on the lower left it says that it was hooked, and it is working. To confirm that everything is working, just on the loading screen you can see on the lower right that Rage plugin hook version blah blah blah, and you will also see a custom loading screen right now, which is saying all the steps for the story mode to load with Rage plugin hook. So everything is working fine, and it should load into the game no problems at all. And there we go, new console commands added. So LSPDFR is loaded, and here we are with Franklin. So you can see that LSPDFR is loaded. If you look at the minimap, you see those three symbols. Those are police stations, but I do not go over there. I just go to the LSPDFR new tab that the mod installs. It says Antoine Bone off duty. I don't know why, but if you go to character, you go to switch character. If you don't have a character already, it'll prompt you to create a new one. I just don't care of how the officer looks like, so I just click save and continue. Yeah, I'm gonna be Jasper Montana, and I'll just use him as is. You're gonna spawn in your house, and we're ready to do some crime hunting. This is it. That's your personal car. You can just steal any car at all and have it as your personal car as well by parking here and holding E, I think. Okay, we just witnessed someone just ran over that girl over there. And oh my god, and again, almost. Jesus, okay. Every time I enter the game, I just go to the nearest police station. That's the easiest way to start your duty. To be on duty. And here we are. Just click E, go on duty, and blah blah blah. So now we are going to install one of the best mods ever. And obviously I closed the window that I need. There we go. So if we go right click and send to desktop, there we go. If we go to stop the pad for LSPDFR, this first website with JoJo's 256.wixsite.com, this is what I always use. Let me say you almost don't need anything else installed on your besides LSPDFR, of course, that you will need. So you just use all these. You should see that this is the latest Rage native UI because it is from 1802, and you should be completely perfect to start doing some police stuff. So you just copy the contents here. So on the plugins, you should already have stop the pad. And before we test this new plugin, I would honestly advise you to go to LSPDFR, go to the keys, and every time you see an E, I just change it to O. Why? Because Stop the Pad uses the E key. So I just go over all the E's and just change it. There we go. Another thing that I like to change is the B key, because I always install Ultimate Backup, which uses the B key, and I also install Compulite because it's a way better and cleaner way, in my opinion, to access the computer, the police computer. A couple more things that I also install is simple callouts and attempted crime callouts. These two, I just don't care, to be honest. But yeah, for now, let's just install Stop the Pad. And if you guys want me to create another video installing Ultimate Backup, Compulite, simple callouts, and attempted crime callouts, I will do it. Just leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll probably do it because I have nothing else to do. So, this should be alright with all the E keys. And let's save it. We can close all of these. All the keys have been changed. And let's test it out. And there we go. The game is loading LSPDFR. If we installed everything correctly, which we did, it should load up just fine. There we go. We loaded this version of LSPDFR implemented some random starts, so random spawn locations. Sometimes you spawn with your car already and on duty. So if you noticed on the top left, instead of clicking E to enter, it was clicking O because we changed that. You just click enter to go on duty. You go to the police lockers. Just choose whatever you want. Go to the police garage. We can also install EUP uniforms, which is also really cool because it adds a shit ton of uniforms. So if we just go to the streets, we are on duty. And we have everything working just fine. First thing I do is just turn on the sirens, click J, and just use the lights. And whenever you enter a pursuit, you can change it as you wish. So let's try and find a pedestrian to see if Stop the Pad is actually working. There's a pad. Hey miss, I'm sorry. So double click on E, and there we go. We have Stop the Pad activated. And you can do all sorts of things. Everything. Obviously, I'm gonna dismiss the pad because she didn't do anything wrong. There we go. We have a robbery in progress, which I'm not gonna take. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stop the Pad is installed, LSPDFR is installed, Rage Plugin Hook is installed with the latest version instead of being the version of that comes with LSPDFR. And there we go. If you want to know anything else that I know, just hit me up in the comments and I'll try to help you out. I don't even know how to talk in English. See you guys.